Introduction. The idea of Pakistan. Pakistan is a modern nation-state born out of a long historical process and a distinct political movement. Its history is deeply intertwined with the Indian subcontinent, yet it is defined by its unique Islamic identity and geopolitical position. 1. The ancient and medieval periods, circa 2500 BCE, 1700 CE. The land that is now Pakistan has been a cradle of civilizations for millennia, long before the state's creation in 1947. Indus Valley Civilization, circa 2500–1900 BCE, one of the world's earliest urban civilizations, with major cities like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa located in present-day Pakistan. It was known for its advanced town planning, drainage systems, and undeciphered script. Vedic Age and early invasions. The decline of the Indus civilization was followed by the migration of Indo-Aryan peoples. The region became a center of Vedic culture. It was subsequently invaded by the Persian Achaemenid Empire and then Alexander the Great, 327 BCE. Whose campaign left a Hellenistic influence in parts of the Northwest. Create an image introduction. The idea of Pakistan. Pakistan is a modern nation-state born out of a long historical process and a distinct political movement. Its history is deeply intertwined with the Indian subcontinent, yet it is defined by its unique Islamic identity and geopolitical position. Animated. Regenerated. 1. The ancient and medieval periods, circa 2500 BCE, 1700 CE. The land that is now Pakistan has been a cradle of civilizations for millennia, long before the state's creation in 1947. Changed the size. 916. Animated. Regenerated. Indus Valley Civilization, circa 2500–1900 BCE, one of the world's earliest urban civilizations, with major cities like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa located in present-day Pakistan. It was known for its advanced town planning, drainage systems, and undeciphered script. Vedic Age and early invasions. The decline of the Indus civilization was followed by the migration of Indo-Aryan peoples. The region became a center of Vedic culture. It was subsequently invaded by the Persian Achaemenid Empire and then Alexander. Mauryan and Gupta empires. The region was incorporated into these great Indian empires, with Buddhism flourishing under Emperor Ashoka, evidence from Taxila and Gandhara. The Gandhara civilization, a unique fusion of Greek, Persian, and Buddhist art and culture flourished in the northwest, centered around Peshawar and Taxila. The Islamic dawn, 8th century onwards. The defining transformation began with the Umayyad general Muhammad bin Qasim's conquest of Sind in 711 CE. This introduced Islam to the region through traders and Sufi saints, who played a pivotal role in its peaceful spread. The Delhi Sultanate and Mughal Empire. The land was ruled by a succession of Turkic and Afghan dynasties. Delhi Sultanate, and later became the heartland of the Mughal Empire. Cities like Lahore became magnificent centers of art, architecture, and culture. The majority of the population gradually converted to Islam during this period. 2. The colonial period and the rise of Muslim nationalism, 1750s, 1947. British East India Company rule. The collapse of the Mughal Empire led to the British East India Company gaining control after the Battle of Plassey, 1757. The company formally annexed Sindh, 1843, and Punjab, 1849, after the Anglo-Sikh Wars. The British Raj, 1858 to 1947 after the Indian Rebellion of 1857. Direct British rule was established. During this period, a class and educational divide emerged. Hindus, quicker to adapt to English education, often gained more economic and administrative influence than Muslims, who were wary of the new system. The two-nation theory. By the late 19th century, thinkers like Sir Syed Ahmed Khan began articulating that Hindus and Muslims were not just religious groups but two distinct nations with different social customs, religions, and political interests. He founded the Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College, later Aligarh Muslim University, to promote modern education for Muslims. Formation of the All India Muslim League, 1906, created to safeguard the political rights and interests of Muslims in British India. The Pakistan Resolution, 1940. The pivotal moment came at the Muslim League session in Lahore on March 23, 1940. President Muhammad Ali Jinnah formally called for independent states for Muslims in the northwestern and eastern zones of India where they were in a majority. The name Pakistan, Land of the Pure, coined by Chowdhury Rahmat Ali, was adopted for this proposed state. Towards partition. After World War II, the struggle for independence intensified. Widespread Hindu-Muslim riots and the inability to agree on a united India formula made partition inevitable. The British, led by Lord Mountbatten, eventually agreed to create the two independent dominions of India and Pakistan. Mass migration and violence. Partition triggered one of the largest human migrations in history. Millions of Muslims moved to Pakistan, while millions of Hindus and Sikhs moved to India. This was accompanied by horrific communal violence, resulting in hundreds of thousands of deaths. The Kashmir Dispute. The unfinished business of partition was the princely state of Jammu and Kashmir. Its Hindu ruler acceded to India despite a Muslim-majority population, leading to the First Indo-Pak War, 1947-48, and the ongoing conflict that defines the region's geopolitics. Formative problems. Pakistan faced a severe shortage of resources, administrators, and capital. It inherited a weak economy and had to create a state apparatus from scratch. 4. Political instability and wars, 1958 to 1971. First military era, Ayub Khan 1958 to 1969. Facing political chaos, General Ayub Khan imposed the nation's first martial law. His era saw some economic growth but also increased inequality and political suppression. 1965 War with India. A second war over Kashmir ended in a stalemate and the Tashkent Agreement. 1970 election and civil war. The first general election saw a victory for the Awami League from East Pakistan, which demanded autonomy. The West Pakistani establishment's refusal to accept the results led to a brutal military crackdown in the east. Indo-Pak War of 1971 and the birth of Bangladesh. India intervened on behalf of Bengali rebels. The Pakistani army surrendered, leading to the dismemberment of the country and the creation of the independent state of Bangladesh in December 1971. This was a profound national trauma. Part 5. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto and the Second Military Era, 1971 to 1988. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, 1971 to 1977. After the war, Bhutto's Pakistan People's Party, PPP, took power. He introduced a new constitution, 1973, nationalized key industries, and pursued an independent foreign policy. However, his rule grew increasingly authoritarian. General Zia-ul-Haq's military rule, 1977 to 1988. Bhutto was ousted in a coup by General Zia-ul-Haq, who imposed a harsh martial law. Bhutto was later executed on controversial charges. Islamization. Zia initiated a sweeping process of Islamization, introducing Islamic laws, Hudud ordinances, promoting religious education, and aligning state identity more closely with conservative Sunni Islam. The Afghan-Soviet War, 1979 to 1989. Pakistan became a crucial frontline state. With U.S. and Saudi funding, Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence, ISI, funneled money and weapons to the Afghan Mujahideen fighting the Soviets. This war had lasting consequences. It flooded the country with weapons and refugees, and empowered religious extremist groups. Part 6. Democratic Decade and Third Military Era, 1988 to 2008. Rotating civilian governments, 1988 to 1999 after Zia's death in a plane crash. A decade of volatile democracy followed, characterized by a bitter rivalry between Benazir Bhutto, PPP, and Nawaz Sharif, PMLN. Both governments were dismissed multiple times on charges of corruption and incompetence by a powerful presidency. General Pervez Musharraf's rule, 1999 to 2008. Nawaz Sharif was ousted in a coup by General Pervez Musharraf. His rule was a mix of enlightened moderation and authoritarianism. The War on Terror. After the 9/11 attacks, the U.S. pressured Pakistan to become a key ally. Musharraf made a U-turn, abandoning support for the Taliban. This decision made Pakistan a primary target for terrorist groups, leading to a devastating insurgency within the country. Part 7. Recent History, 2008, Present. Return to Democracy, 2008. Following mass protests, Musharraf resigned. Democracy was restored, and elections were held. Civilian governments. The PPP, 2008 to 2013, PMLN, 2013 to 2018, 2022 to 2023, 2024 present, and Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, PTI, led by Imran Khan, 2018 to 2022, have governed. This period has been marked by a persistent struggle between civilian governments and a powerful military establishment. Severe economic challenges, including debt, inflation, and energy shortages. Ongoing security issues from militant terrorism. Intense political polarization. Current situation. Pakistan continues to navigate a complex path between economic crisis, political instability, security concerns, and the immense challenges of climate change and a growing population. Key themes in Pakistan's history. Identity. The tension between its Islamic identity, regional ethnic identities, Punjabi, Sindhi, Pashtun, Baloch, and democratic aspirations. Civil-military relations. The military has ruled directly for over 3 decades and remains a dominant political force even during civilian periods. Foreign relations. Defined by a complex and often adversarial relationship with India and a fluctuating, transactional alliance with the United States. Deepening ties with China, especially the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC, are now a cornerstone of foreign policy. Regionalism. Managing the balance of power among its diverse provinces remains a central challenge.